Okay, here we are back together again. This is our lesson for Wednesday, March 25th. I have changed my bulletin boards and she's been gone. And notice the theme is believe in your selfie. So what we're going to do is have a contest. I want you to take the best selfie you can take. Send it to me and the top 3 will get a prize, of course, when you come back. Okay, so send that selfie to me by Friday at 10 o'clock and you'll be in the running for a prize. Be creative. But this is what I want you to do, is I want you to look at some of these things and think about how they apply to you. Change your thinking, change your mindset. You want to remember, I can. Every single one of you can do whatever you set your mind to. I want you to be yourself, be unique. And then look at this, what can I say to myself? You should never say, I'm not good at this. I'm not good at writing poetry. I'm not good at finding adjectives. You should never say that. You should ask yourself, what am I missing? And when you ask yourself that, you'll be able to figure it out and you'll know how to do your grammar. You'll know how to write a poem. Don't ever say, I give up. We are not quitters in this class. We're going to say, I'm going to try again. All of us make mistakes. All of us fail, but we're going to get up and try again. Don't ever say, this is too hard. Instead, say, this may take some time and effort, but I'm going to do it. We don't want to say, I can't make this better. You want to say, I can always improve. I'll keep trying. Don't ever say, I made a mistake. Instead, because you are going to make mistakes, I make them every day, but we want to say, mistakes help me improve if I learn from them. So if we learn from a mistake, that mistake's okay. Mistakes help me improve if I learn from them. We don't ever want to just do mediocre and say, this is good enough. We want to say, is this really my best work? Is this really the best I can do at writing my poem, at doing my math? We always want to do our best. And then we want to say, I learn. I believe in my selfie. And I want you to think about some adjectives that describe who you are. If we were going to diagram this, I would be the subject, am is a linking verb, and then you fill in the blank. What predicate adjectives describe you? Capable, strong, smart, responsible, original, trustworthy, courageous, creative, determined, positive, compassionate, honest, motivated, inventive. Think about which adjectives describe yourself, and maybe you can think of others, but don't ever describe yourself with a negative word. We're not dumb. We're not stupid. We want to describe ourselves with positive words, okay? So that takes us to the writing that we're going to do today, because remember, we've got a lot of work to do by the end of April so we can publish this book that we're going to give to our families. So the poem that we're going to work on today is the acrostic. You may have written an acrostic before. The word acrostic is a type of poem where you write a word going down the page. So for example, let's say I wanted to say, my daughter. Let me move this and make sure you can see it. So with the acrostic, that's going to be my title, but I'm also going to write it going down the page. So I'm going to put my title up at the top. We want to always write our name. So underneath, I'm going to put by Dr. Romano. Poems don't have to rhyme, but they may. And remember, poetry doesn't have the same rules that paragraphs have. So we don't have to have complete sentences. We may, but we have a little more freedom with writing poetry. So I'm going to make this up off the top of my head. So I might say, my daughter yearly grows stronger and smarter. Daily, Anna uses her gifts that her heavenly Father gave her. Thanking and praising Him even in difficult times. Rejoicing. See how easy that is? So what you're going to do today for your poem is you're going to write an acrostic. It can be about yourself. It can be about a relative, your mom, dad, your nana, your papa. It can be about a cousin, whoever you want to write about. And like, let's say you're going to do your dad. You could either write his name, like Tom Jones, or you could say, my daddy, however you want to do it. And then you're going to put the title at the top. You write it down like this, and then you write your acrostic. I want you to take some time to do this, and then I want you to email it to me, and just make sure you do it sometime before 10 o'clock tonight. So go ahead and take some time to do that. Pause the video, and then resume so that we can talk about your adjective quiz, which is tomorrow. All right, so get out your grammar book and turn to page 231. Let's review what we've learned so far this week about adjectives. On 231, we talked about adjectives modify or describe nouns and pronouns. They tell what kind or how many. They give us the example in the book, darkened skies can signal big storms. Darkened is an adjective modifying skies. Big is an adjective modifying storms. Sometimes we have predicate adjectives, and those are adjectives that come after verbs. Lightning is dangerous. Dangerous modifies lightning. So what you'll do is just read over the sentences on this page and review the adjectives that we marked, and you can look at page 232 as well. And then on page 233, we talked about special adjectives. The articles a, and the are also adjectives. The demonstratives, this, that, these, and those are adjectives. And then proper adjectives are words that come from proper nouns that we use to describe things, like Chinese food or Italian ice. So we're going to capitalize those words because they come from proper nouns. So look over those examples. And then if you'll turn to page 234, this is going to be your best way to study for the quiz tomorrow. Look at the different sentences at the top of 234, numbers 1 through 9. I will give you similar sentences, and in those sentences, you will underline all the adjectives, including the special adjectives. You'll have 10 sentences similar to these, and then you're going to have 5 sentences to diagram, and they're going to be similar to numbers 10 and 11, and you will diagram the entire sentence. With diagramming, remember, if it's a linking verb, you slant the line after it, like tornadoes look gray. Gray is linked back to tornadoes, so that's why you slant the line toward the subject. And then if it's a direct object, you use a straight line after the verb, as in number 11. This scientific laboratory studies tornadoes. Studies is an action verb. Laboratory studies what? Tornadoes. So tornadoes comes after studies, and there's a straight line there. And then remember that with adjectives, you put those underneath the nouns or pronouns that they're modifying. So you have a quiz tomorrow, and I know you're going to do great. That's all we have to do today. Don't forget to have recess every day. Go outside, ride your bike, go for a walk, do something fun, and please don't drive your parents crazy.